Museum of Beards normally is for private viewing only. Some people here tonight have had private viewings of it. And coincidentally, MKE magazine did an interview with me today, and they videoed it and saw it. So it's kind of getting out of the it's getting out into the public now. So tonight is a really special night that you're all here physically and can see this. So I just want to talk a little bit. We could talk literally for hours about this, but I just want to kind of give a quick overview. In 2000, my friend Dan Didier had a beard and was talking about shaving it, and I said, hey, you know, when you're done with that, can I have it? And the next day he showed up and he was clean shaven, and I was like, wow, you shaved your beard, you look really different. And he said, yeah, it feels kind of weird. And then he handed me a manila envelope with the word beard written on it. And I said, are you serious? Is this a beard? And he's like, I told you I'd give it to you. So I had it, and I thought, well, you know, I have to keep this. I can't just get rid of it. I've got to, you know, what am I going to do? Just throw this away? This is this guy's beard, you know. I mean, this is something that grew on this guy's face, and you know, it was with him on the road and traveling in different places, and then also becoming this thing that he felt like, I've got to get rid of this. I can't fucking stand it anymore. Get this thing off my face, you know. There's something about that too. So then it really made me think about beards and why people have beards and the whole experience. So I thought, well, thanks to Dan, it kind of started this. I have an obsession with things. If I find something I like, I collect it, and I collect lots of it. And beards has become one of those things. So I started collecting friends' beards. And so it was the same kind of thing with Dan. If I know someone that had a beard, after a while I'd say, okay, when you're done with it, you know, and of course they'd be like, you know, they'd laugh like, yeah, sure, right. I'd be like, no, I'm serious, can I have it? Because it's important, because think about it, all the things that people collect, bottle caps, records, stamps, all these things that really mean nothing to anybody, that's just material, people collect them. And beards, which grow on people's faces for sometimes years and become their identity and who they are and what they do and all these memories associated with them and food that gets stuck in it and all these things that happen with them. What do? They eventually get so sick of it they can't stand anymore. They want to take it off their face and they just flush it down the drain. And that seems really strange. So I think it seems very unstrange to hold on to that and say, hey, this is an important thing. This is an important part of someone's life, and oh, hey, great. I was expecting more of this tonight, but so that's the reasoning behind it. Moving along really quickly, I've had one beard in my life, and I'm married now. And my wife won't allow me to have a beard anymore, and that's okay. It's cool because I have many other beards. So, but I had one beard in my life, and I used it solely for the purpose of buying alcohol when I was underage. So beards serve many purposes in people's lives, depending on what they want. Which is another great testimony to why I have a beard, why you should keep them after they're gone. I've traveled the world and I've gotten beards from friends from around the world. I have an Iranian beard, I have Japanese beards. So let me tell you a really quick story about a Japanese beard. One night I was in Tokyo and I was drinking beer, a lot of beer, with some Japanese friends, and we were all getting really drunk, and eventually, of course, in that situation, the Museum of Beards comes up. And so we're talking about this, and they can't believe it, and there's this cultural difference. For one, their minds are blown and they don't understand. And once I make it perfectly clear that yes, you shave your beard and you give it to me, and then it goes into this museum and it sits there and it's kept forever and people look at it. They really, once they understood that, it just was like the world was crumbling. And so one of them got up and went away, and I didn't know what happened. And he came back after a while, and he was laughing and laughing, and he said, I said, hey man, where did you go? What happened? He's like, my stomach, it reversed. And I said, he's like, my stomach reversed. And I'm like, you puked? He's like, yeah, Sick. Oh yeah, you threw up. Wow. Are you okay? Yes, 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 yes. More beer, more beer. Okay, cool, cool. So we drank beer. 2 weeks later, I had his beard in my mailbox. So he got it. So that's one story. There's many, many, many stories. But we can't make a big deal out of this. We got to cut it short. Like I said, this could go on all night. But I do. This has never been shown in public before. So it is a museum. This isn't a free-for-all. This isn't, you know, when you go into a gallery, when you go to a museum, you can't fucking touch everything. So I'm not taking the cover off. This is the public now. So, but you can see here, this is the first time this has been seen in public, the Museum of Beards. Now wait. You had your chance. There's a box up here, and it's a large box, intentionally, and it's empty. And I would like you to all fill it with as much money as you can for North Carolina's megaphone.
That was a good intro.
Yeah.
The box.